In this screencast, I'm going to discuss the median and the mode. Now, the median and the mode are also measures of central tendency, similar to the mean or the average. The midpoint, if you were to order your data points from smallest to largest, the median is the very middle point that is there. Like the average, the median is also unique, meaning there's only one for every set of data that you're looking at. Number two, it is not affected by extremely large or small values, so this is different from the mean. When we were looking at the mean, if we had a really large value show up, it greatly affected where the average went. But for the median, because it's just the very middle point, it may move it up one, but it's still going to be near the cluster of the central data points that you have. Number three, it can be computed for ratio, interval, and ordinal data. And number four, it can be computed for an open-ended frequency distribution. So if the median does not lie in an open-ended class, and we'll discuss that later. Okay, so here is an example of the median. So here we have ages of 5 college students. So we have 21, 25, 19, 20, and 22. So we are going to order those from smallest to largest. So we can see that we're going from 19 up to 25. Now when we have an odd number of data points, the median is much easier to find. It's just our very middle number. So you can see that the middle number there is 21. We have 2 numbers below it, 2 numbers above it. The 21 is the median. Now, if we have an even number of data, like in this example here, 76, 73, 80, and 75, we are still going to order it smallest to largest, but we don't have a middle point. And so we have to find the middle between the 2 middle points. So our 2 middle points in this case are 75 and 76, and halfway between 75 and 76 is 75.5. So if you have an even number of data points, you are going to have to do a little bit of math. You'll subtract, it may not be as easy as 1 away. So you'll subtract the larger number from the smaller number and then divide by 2, and then you would need to add that to your smaller number of, like in this case, 75. Now the mode is just the number of observations that appear the most frequently. Okay, so in this case, we have number of respondents favoring various bath oils, and we can see Lamore had the most people respond to it, so that would be our mode. And here's another example. So here we have that the exits on I-75 that we looked at in a previous screencast. And so they've organized the distance into a frequency table. So if you look at this, there were 8 exits that were 1 mile apart from the next one. And that one happens the most times. So our mode in this case is 1 because 1 shows up the most times. Now, unlike the median and unlike the mean, you can have more than one mode. So for instance, if we got rid of the 1 and the 8, that first line, if that didn't exist, you'll notice that the next number is 7 for 2 miles apart and 7 for 3 miles apart. In this case, if the 1 and the 8 didn't exist, we would have 2 modes. It would be 2 and 3. So keep that in mind. Also, if you are using Excel to find the mode, Excel will only tell you the first mode it finds. So there could be more. It doesn't tell you all the modes that exist if you're using the mode function, just so you know. And that concludes our screencast on the median and the mode.